Hi everyone, my name is Martina and I have again with me today Texie. Here we go, that's Texie. And we want to show you today how to cast on, which basically means how to get the stitches on the needle. And as you can see, Texie is very excited about that. Alright, so the first step is to make a loop. Stitches are basically loops that you can put on your needle. So I'll show it first quickly and then I'll show it slowly. The way I do it is I kind of put the yarn around my fingers and then I make a loop. So you basically see that this is a loop that is held by a knot around it, and it's flexible so that I can change the size of the loop. So that's your first stitch. So now I'll show it slowly. I start by holding the yarn between these two fingers, then I loop once around my index finger, then around my thumb, and then I hold the yarn here again. And now I go through the first loop around my thumb and pull the string that is held by my index finger through. And then that's it. Now I can tighten this, and you can see that this is basically a knot. And one of the ends of the yarn can kind of just flexibly pull through that. I'll show that one more time. So around the index finger, around the thumb, going through here, pulling through, and then tightening it. And here you can kind of see how that knot operates. Okay, so now we have the first stitch. Make sure it's not too tight. You don't want to pull it tight like that. You want to have it a little bit looser, because the first row of whatever you're knitting often ends up being a little bit tighter than what you are knitting later on. Okay, so now you want to cast on as many stitches as you need for the pattern you're doing. So I put my index finger and my thumb between the two ends of the yarn, and then I kind of pull that down, and now I go through the first one and pull through the second one, and then there we go, I have my second stitch. I'll show that again. So two fingers through, taking the first over the second and pulling the third one through like that, and then tighten a little bit. Again, I want to make sure that these sit nice and loose so that my first row doesn't end up being too tight. Okay, so doing that again. First over the second and pulling the third one through, and then tighten a little bit, but not too tight. I'll show that a little bit more quickly now. All right, here we go. That's your first row.